Hey, Alex here once again. And in case you're wondering, what I typically do is I will go through my day and I'll have my journal with me. And there are things that I think about, like, well, that makes sense. That that resonates with me. And I keep a note of different topics and advice that just things that make sense and you use and like, oh, that was positive. Good, write it down. Because what'll end up happening is one of my kids will end up calling me and saying, "Hey, Dad, I need some advice," and then you try to help, or you're interacting with clients and they'll say, "Hey, can you help me with this, or do you have some suggestions on that?" And I just try to think, let's stop making the same mistakes over and over, and let's try to do something different, and then see whether it works. And if it worked, great, write it down and do more of it, or put it on a note card, that sort of thing. Um, This one's big. And I just looked him up. So there's a guy named Ed Mylett, and he's got a net worth of, they're saying now, $800 million. dollars. And I don't say that just saying like, just because you're wealthy means that you're a good person, or that we should emulate you, right? But it doesn't discount it, you from being a good person either. Now, in the case of Ed Mylett, who's a philanthropist and an entrepreneur, started multiple companies, just really, but a good guy. I mean, I don't know Ed personally, but he's one of the people that I think, what would Ed do? Right. So here's one of Ed's books, The Power of One More. And this isn't rocket science. What Ed's talking about here is not rocket science. We've heard these things before, but it's different when you hear it from someone who's obviously having success. And then you look and see, well, what's the content out there? What are people saying about Ed? And it's a lot of good things. You don't hear a bunch of dirt on Ed. And I'm not saying that makes him a good person, but it certainly doesn't make him a bad person, at least what you can find. But Ed's talking about the power of one more, doing one more, making one more phone call, making one more attempt to try to help someone else, to try to do the next thing. And he puts it also in like going to the gym. Like, do one more rep, do one more, push through the pain, push through the discomfort, do one more. Um, so I think that this is a really good one. I mean, and I'll put a link to Ed's content there, but it's good guy, and I do think that there's something to be said for the perseverance. Do one more, and for my sake, like, write down what works, and then do more of it, and write down what didn't work. Do less of it. Do less of it. Again, Ed Mylett, good guy. I'll put